Hi guys. So I'll just give you the context of the last video. If you're watching this video, you should definitely watch the last video that I've posted, the part 1 of this video. I will be very honest with you. When I think of an artist, from the perspective of an artist, let's say an artist who has been creating for the last 5 years or 10 years without any support or without getting any recognition in return or without getting any monetary benefits, how does that affect them? Like, will you create something? Will you keep doing something if you're not getting paid for it? So when I ask you, if you are an artist, you are doing something for the last 5 to 10 years without getting paid for it, you just kept doing it, kept polishing your skills, but never got any sort of recognition or monetary benefits because of that. Now, how are you going to pay the rent? How are you going to pay your bills? How are you going to pay the adult money that you always wanted to have? How are you going to pay for all those things that you always wanted to do? Now, it's a question. It's a question. It's a big question mark for all of us, for all the adults in the 20s right now in this economy. So, being an artist is a difficult job because your heart would never allow you to sell the art in the first place. But as an artist, I have to because I have to share the joy with others, but at the same time, I have to pay bills. So I have to sell my art to pay those bills. I have to use my creativity to be able to pay those bills. And while I find it a little heartbreaking, at the same time, it is such a joyful experience for artists out there if they are getting recognized, if they are getting paid for their art, of course. For me, being an artist, being a writer, being a poet, I've been writing for the last 5 years, kept writing. And whenever I tell my father that, I'm going to start my poetry channel finally, I'm going to start posting my poetries seriously now, just like that Muskurao girl, I am also going to do my poetries. And he's always like, it's been 5 years you've been saying this. Every time I tell my father about this, he's like, it's been 5 to 6 years you are saying this for the longest time we've heard. Like, you posted one video on your poetry in your school days, you did it on your farewell and you posted it. After that, you never posted anything about your poetries. You kept doing open mics, you never posted about it. Why so? You should be able to post it, right? I had nothing to say because I know I'm guilty of it. I always felt that I need to improve more. What if I go and recite somewhere and people don't find it interesting enough? I always felt it. So I thought, let's keep improving. Never posted about my poetries. I mean, I did post, but not in reels. So, with that, coming to the part, art versus content. Art versus content. Now, artists are those people creating their art who would not want to become a content creator, like people like me. I have been writing for the last 5 years. Like, I have so much content everywhere in my journal. I have so much content. Like, four to five of my diaries are full. My notepad is always full. My iCloud storage of notes is already full. I have a journal. It's full. I have a manuscript lying on my bedside. Did not have the courage to write it, to convert it into a book because I always felt like I was not good enough. I don't know where I'm getting in this video, but I really hope that you can relate with me. The first book that I wanted to write, it was in 2020, 2019. Yeah, it was in 2019 when I wanted to write my first book. I had this urge that I want to and I will. And I did write an entire manuscript of about 50 or 60 pages. Right now, I have this 2 to 300 pages manuscript lying on my bedside. Never had the courage to pick it up again and write it out, publish my book. Why? I don't know. I do not feel like I am good enough every time I try to do something, and that is something that is keeping me behind. मुझे ऐसा लगता है कि अगर मैंने शायद वो कविता जब पहली बार लिखी थी, जब वो अधूरी थी, तभी शेयर कर दी होती, तो आज क्या पता, आज मैं उससे बहुत ज्यादा अच्छा भी लिख रही होती, तो मेरे पास एक ऑडियंस होती सुनने के लिए. आई स्टिल फील दैट. एंड इफ यू आर एन आर्टिस्ट, I want to tell you that It is such a heartbreaking thing, but content is everywhere. You are an artist, but at the same time, you will have to be a content creator if you want more audience, if you want more people to be there to support your art, to be there to appreciate your art. Because as an artist, I feel that we are not entertainers. I strongly agree that we are not entertainers, we are artists, and we want our art to be heard, to be seen, to be liked, to be appreciated, but we do not want our art to become a piece of joke for other people, to become where people actually laugh at it. I do not want it. And that is something that always kept me from doing something. If you are an artist, I would request you to push out your art out there in the world because people are there who would actually appreciate it. I did a lot of things. I have written a lot, and now it's time that my poetry should come out of my journal and my diary because it doesn't make sense now. It doesn't make sense. Even if I keep them for the longest time, it's not going to make sense. So the joy that I had while I wrote them, I will be sharing it people with people so that they can also feel the same joy. So, cheers to being an artist and cheers to being a content creator in this economy. Of course, we are all content creators, and if we are not, we should be content creators because in the next 5 years, we'll be seeing more and more content creators. And after 5 years, there will be nothing, just regrets in our hands. Like right now, I have this regret that wish I had started in 2018 or 17 when I posted my first video on YouTube. I wish I had continued. Right now, I feel the same thing. I feel the exact same thing right now, and that's why I'm passing the information to you. Start creating content today. See you in the next video. Till then, take care of yourself and keep hydrating yourself. Bye bye.